In ancient times, when evolution had just begun to work on creating our ancestors, the anthropoid apes, the planet was inhabited by real giants. Enormous prehistoric animals were full-fledged masters of the land, ocean and air. It is difficult for modern man to even imagine the true size, power and strength of these giants. Let's look at the giant beasts that were the largest representatives of their species. Giants on land, Amphicoelius. Amphicoelius is a herbivorous giant from the sauropod family that lived 160 million years ago in Africa and South America. Its length was more than 62 meters, and its weight reached 122 tons. Imagine the size of the lizard, if the diameter of just one vertebra was 2.5 meters. The body of the Amphicoelium, from the small head to the tip of the powerful tail, took up as much space as 25 cars, stretched out in one line. It was not easy for such an animal to feed Itsel. Perhaps the lack of a sufficient food supply was the reason for the extinction of the species. According to another version, predators were to blame for the disappearance of the titans, who hunted clumsy young individuals and happily snacked on eggs laid by female dinosaurs. Gigantosaurus. This is the largest carnivorous lizard of the Cretaceous period, which lived more than 90 million years ago. A ruthless monster with a huge skull, short upper legs and powerful lower limbs is familiar to us from the film Jurassic Park. The remains of the Gigantosaurus are impressive. Its skeleton reaches for meters in height, and an adult person can easily fit inside its skull. Sarcosuchus, a huge crocodile-like reptile, lived 110 million years ago in Africa. The 15-meter-long monster weighed about 14 tons. Compared to it, a modern crocodile looks like a toy. It ate fish or hunted other representatives of the Cretaceous fauna. Powerful jaws with several rows of scary teeth had incredible compression force, up to 20 tons, thanks to which the Sarcosuchus could easily bite through the thickest log. Entelodont, the prehistoric ancestor of the wild boar, which lived 30 million years ago in Asia, Europe and North America, inspired fear not only in potential victims, but also in its own kind. The giant carcass, weighing up to 1.5 tons, reached 2 meters in height, and was extremely aggressive and bloodthirsty. Paleontologists believe that entelodonts were cannibals. Perhaps this cute feature was one of the reasons for the extinction of the species. Titanoboa, the closest prehistoric relative of the boa constrictor, had truly terrifying dimensions. Its body was more than a meter in circumference, stretched up to 15 meters in length, and weighed up to 1,000 kilograms. The dimensions of the reptile were twice the size of the anaconda, the largest of the snakes that currently exist. Do not think that the huge python quietly strangled its victim in steel embraces. Its hunting method was more like a crocodile attack. The bloodthirsty monster attacked from ambush. Hiding in a pond, it looked for prey and suddenly threw itself at it, instantly biting off the neck with powerful jaws. How good that these monsters died out 60 million years ago. Mammoth, they inhabited Siberia, Alaska, and the cold Arctic islands. Scientists believe that the last representatives of the relic population died out quite recently, no more than 4,000 years ago. Compared to modern elephants, mammoths looked like real giants. They were as tall as a 3-story house, weighed at least 15 tons, had huge curved tusks, and a massive body with short legs. A long trunk and strong tusks helped them get food from under the snow. Strong teeth easily ground up coarse plant food, and thick fur reliably protected them from the cold. Scientists are still arguing about the cause of the extinction of mammoths. Some explain their disappearance by climate change, while others believe that the giants were exterminated by ancient hunters. There is also an exotic hypothesis that mammoths fell victim to the fall of a huge meteorite. Gigantopithecus, the largest primate of all time, the remains of the largest relict monkey are found in India, Thailand, and China. A 3-meter monkey, standing on its hind legs, could easily look into the second-floor windows of any modern building. The real King Kongs of the animal world weighed more than 500 kilograms. The tallest person would not reach the chest of a relict monkey and would look like a bug against its background. Most likely, Gigantopithecus were omnivores. The largest flying creatures, Azhdarchids, these are giant pterosaurs of the Cretaceous period with a wingspan of 11 to 15 meters. Prehistoric pterodactyls could be as big as modern giraffes. They ate carrion, fish, and small animals. Paleontologists believe that the ancestors of birds could not fly for long due to weak muscles. They simply soared in air currents, and in order to take off, they threw themselves down from a cliff. Argentavis, this extinct bird is the largest of all flying creatures known to modern science. Its wingspan is 7 meters. If you add to this a weight of 80 kilograms and a height of 2 meters, it becomes really scary. Such a bird could easily carry a person in its beak and give him as a snack to its chicks. The ancient ancestor of birds easily took prey from a saber-toothed tiger and kept large carnivorous predators in fear. The female Argentavis could lay only one egg every 2 years. The chick grew slowly. Only after 18 months it could independently get food, and acquired offspring after 10 years. The largest prehistoric birds were long livers. Their life expectancy reached 100 years. Deep-sea monsters, Megalodon. To imagine how big this monster is, just imagine, Megalodon ate whales. The open mouth of the ancient predator was colossal in size, 3.5 by 2.8 meters. A small boat could easily fit in it. The compression force of the terrible jaws was simply fantastic, up to 180,000 newtons. It is believed that the voracious monsters died out from hunger, since with the change in the level of the world's oceans, many species that made up the food supply of ancient sharks disappeared. This is only a small part of the list of giants that inhabited planet Earth in the past. Their remains can tell a lot, and perhaps there are many more amazing secrets and discoveries ahead for scientists. Subscribe to the channel, expand your horizons, learn all the most interesting things about the world around us.